My history with video games goes back a long way, and more specifically to Flash games. And the first ones that I can actually remember are from the Hot Wheels site. Vroom vroom, go fast. Now, there are particularly two different games that I remember the most, and the first one being Hot Wheels Track Mod. In short, you rotate tiles of track to get each car from point A to point B individually while avoiding obstacles and gaining power-ups. If you really want me to go in depth, you're probably better off playing the game yourself. Now, I actually have no idea why I remember this game so vividly, because number one is I can guarantee I never got past the 6th level, and number two, it's incredibly linear and a really basic game at that. However, I'm actually really glad I went back to this game, because the further you get, the weirder it gets. That may seem like a really strange statement, but as soon as I compare Realm 17 to Realm 18, it becomes pretty obvious. Realm 17 says it has all the mods and hazards, when in reality has 5 or 6 of them, while Realm 18 has only track mod cards. Literally nothing else. Not a single other obstacle. And then Realm 19 starts out with 1 card and only has locked tiles. But other than that, the game doesn't really seem to end. It goes on and on and on. I played this for an hour. My score is in the millions. It doesn't even fit on the thing. And when you actually get game over, which I had at Realm 25 because I gave up, it's literally a blank screen. It's like game over. Score didn't count for anything. For the second and much better game, you have to think about it like this. I was pretty young, and to this day, the closest I can get to multitasking is breathing and keeping my heart beating at the same time. Now, for the insanely difficult kids game, Drive-Thru Dilemma. It's essentially one of those crappy cooking games where you manage different people who ask for different things and are super picky and can't freaking stand a single piece of ketchup on their burger, despite the fact that's what happens in real life. Initially, this game is like, okay, this is manageable. This isn't that hard. This is pretty fun to not actually physically possible for me to do at all in the slightest without error. To demonstrate how difficult this was to actually do, here's a chart of every single action I had to do in my final game to get 100% satisfaction. I'd be willing to say this game is more stressful and more difficult to get 100% in than another game that opens at a certain time and closes at a certain time and requires you to complete tedious tasks that may result in you having an existential crisis.